More than 165 years ago, Thomas Jefferson and James Madison went up the Hudson River on a botanical expedition searching for butterflies and fish. They came down the river. They met in New York City with the leaders of the New York political group. They founded the coalition which has existed from that time to this between the South, the rural South, and the industrial North, which formed the Democratic Party and built this country of ours. And I cannot believe that the party which Jefferson founded is now going to put its confidence in the Republican Party. I can understand 1952. President Eisenhower hadn't been a Democrat or a Republican. But now, 1960, he's right out of the Republican tradition. Mr. Nixon stands where Tom Dewey stood, where Alf Landon stood, where Coolidge stood, where Harding stood, McKinley, Taft. Where did they get those candidates? That is the Republican Party. And is Virginia, the home of the Democratic Party, going to support the Republicans in 1960? It is fashionable for Richard Nixon and his foray south to say that Lyndon Johnson and I are not in the tradition of Thomas Jefferson. Why, there has been a change since Thomas Jefferson in 160 years. But can you tell me what Thomas Jefferson has in common with Richard Nixon? The fact of the matter is that in Thomas Jefferson's day, the Federalist Party in my own part of New England, they expelled a senator from my state because they supported Thomas Jefferson and Louisiana Purchase. A contemporary described Thomas Jefferson as a gentleman of 32 who could calculate an eclipse, survey an estate, tie an artery, plan an edifice, fly a chord, break a horn, dance the minuet, and play the violin. What has he got in common with Richard Nixon? Then they come down here and say that we're not the party of Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is the only president of the United States ever censured by the Senate because he tried to break the power of the Second Bank of Philadelphia and the Whig Party. The predecessors of the Republican Party chosen in 1960 to run on a platform that our prestige has never been higher, that our security has never been greater, that our prosperity is unequal. I don't agree with it, and you have to decide what you think. I believe the United States has to do better. I believe we have to pick ourselves up and start moving into the 60s. I believe the United States has to demonstrate what they can do. So I come here to old Virginia. Both of my brothers went to the University of Virginia. I have traveled all over this state. And I know a lot more about Virginia and about its history and what it's going to do next Tuesday than Richard Milhous from California. And we're going to send him back there. I ask your help. I ask your help in building the United States. I ask your help in reestablishing the prestige and strength of our country. I ask your help in picking the United States up, and let's go on Tuesday. I ask